Join me as I dig deep and uncover some of African history's best-kept secrets that will totally blow your mind. For too long, African history has been shrouded in mystery, with many of its hidden gems waiting to be uncovered. There's so much more to this continent's past than what's commonly taught in schools. From forgotten empires to powerful rulers, untold stories of courage and innovation, it's time we start digging deeper to reveal the incredible richness of Africa's past. One of the biggest misconceptions about African history is that it is underrepresented or misunderstood in mainstream narratives. This lack of awareness has led to a diminished appreciation for the complexities of the continent's past. While ancient Egypt frequently dominates the conversation, there were many other civilizations that flourished alongside it. Contrary to the stereotype of a monolithic past, African history is a mosaic of diverse cultures, empires, and traditions waiting to be explored. Take, for example, the Kingdom of Kush, 1070 BC, 350 CE, south of Egypt, which rivaled its northern neighbor in power and grandeur. The Kushites were formidable rulers of their own right, even governing Egypt during the 25th dynasty. Meroe, the kingdom's capital, was a thriving metropolis famous for its iron production, distinctive pyramids, and writing system. Despite building more pyramids than Egypt, the Kushites' legacy is often overlooked. Moving eastward, we find the Kingdom of Aksum, 100 CE to 940 CE, one of the greatest trading empires of its time. Located in present-day Ethiopia, Aksum controlled trade routes linking the Roman Empire and India. It is also where King Ezana adopted Christianity in the 4th century, making Aksum one of the earliest Christian states. The Aksumites built stunning obelisks, including the 24-meter-tall obelisk of Aksum, a marvel of ancient engineering. In West Africa, the Mali Empire, 1235 to 1600, dazzled the world with its wealth. The story of Mansa Musa, the empire's greatest ruler, exemplifies this. When Mansa Musa embarked on his pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324, he traveled with a caravan of tens of thousands of people, including soldiers, merchants, and slaves, carrying so much gold that he caused a currency crisis in Cairo. His reign saw the flourishing of Timbuktu as a center of learning, housing libraries and universities that attracted scholars from across the Islamic world. African history also includes tales of defiance and resilience. The Zanj Rebellion, 869 to 883 CE, is a prime example. Tens of thousands of enslaved Africans rose up against the Abbasid Caliphate in Iraq under the leadership of Ali bin Muhammad, forming a powerful, short-lived kingdom. The rebellion, though ultimately suppressed, stands as one of the largest slave uprisings in history and a testament to African resistance. In southern Africa, the Zulu Kingdom, 1816 to 1879, emerged as a force to be reckoned with under Shaka Zulu. A military genius, Shaka revolutionized warfare by introducing new tactics and weaponry, transforming the Zulu army into a formidable force. Under his leadership, the Zulu expanded their territory and influence, shaping the region's history. Another notable figure is Queen Zinga of Nongo and Matamba, 1583 to 1663, a shrewd diplomat and military strategist who fought Portuguese colonization in Angola. Nzinga defied traditional gender roles, leading her armies into battle and forming alliances that frustrated European expansion for decades. In Ghana, the Ashanti Empire, 1670 to 1957, produced legendary leaders like Ya Asantewaa, the Queen Mother who led a rebellion against British colonization in 1900. Her bravery and leadership during the War of the Golden Stool symbolize resistance to colonial rule and the determination to protect cultural heritage. While Africa is often portrayed as a continent of oral tradition, written knowledge flourished in places like Timbuktu. Manuscripts discovered there reveal extensive scholarship in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. The libraries of Timbuktu house texts that rivaled European intellectual achievements during the Middle Ages. Moreover, archaeological discoveries show that Africa was a pioneer in metallurgy. The Nok civilization, 1500 BC, 300 CE, in present-day Nigeria is one of the earliest known societies to smelt iron, crafting tools, and terracotta sculptures that reveal advanced artistic skills. African influence extended far beyond the continent. In ancient Greece and Rome, Africans contributed to society as philosophers, soldiers, and traders. Terence, a Roman playwright of African descent, enriched Latin literature with his comedies. Similarly, the Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca remains one of history's greatest military tacticians, famously leading elephants across the Alps during the Second Punic War. The story of the Moors' rule in Spain in 711 to 1492 is another testament to Africa's global influence. These North African Muslims brought advanced agricultural techniques, architecture, and scientific knowledge to Europe, leaving a legacy that shaped the Renaissance. Unfortunately, colonial powers often downplayed or erased Africa's contributions to history. Many African kingdoms, such as the Great Zimbabwe, 11th to 15th centuries, were dismissed as the work of foreign civilizations, denying the ingenuity of the local Shona people. Similarly, the achievements of the Benin Kingdom were overshadowed by the looting of its treasures during the British punitive expedition of 1897. The Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885, where European powers carved up Africa without regard for its peoples, further suppressed African history, replacing local narratives with colonial propaganda. This deliberate erasure perpetuated the myth of Africa as a dark continent devoid of civilization. The everyday heroes of African history, beyond kings and queens, African history is shaped by everyday people. Farmers in ancient Nubia adapted to harsh environments using innovative irrigation systems. Artisans in the Kingdom of Benin crafted intricate bronze sculptures that captured the essence of their society. Traders in the Swahili city-states connected Africa to the wider Indian Ocean world, spreading ideas, goods, and cultures. Women also played crucial roles, from the matriarchal leadership structures in pre-colonial Africa to their contributions in resisting colonialism. Figures like Fumileo Ransom Kuti, a Nigerian activist, spearheaded anti-colonial and women's rights movements, paving the way for future generations. Let's continue this journey together, uncovering the untold treasures of African history. What are your favorite hidden gems from Africa's past? Share them in the comments below and join me as we celebrate the incredible legacy of this remarkable continent.